In South Africa, 7.5% of the population lives with a disability, according to the 2011 census. The government provides a disability grant for all adults over 18. This is rare in sub-Saharan Africa and given South Africa's status as a middle-income country. All grants are payable to citizens, permanent residents, and refugees with legal status.
Bothata bjo ke tlhakanang le bjona ka mo gae ka mo ke boholofadi ka gore a ke motho ona ke sa kgone no sepela ke paralyze ke thušwa haholo ke mme o go dulang le ena ka o ndirela dilo tše nyane tše ke nyakang o di dira ke roma ena mole le mola dishopong ke ena mphelang ke ena ntlhapišana.
This grant is the only one available for persons of working age and also covers persons with chronic illnesses such as HIV/AIDS. To access their grants, beneficiaries of the Disability Grant use their smart card issued by SASSA, which is the South African Social Security Agency. SASSA uses the biometric system to register the beneficiaries as well as their caregivers.
Disability grants are one of our biggest challenges in the sense that a lot of fraud is committed amongst that. You would know that generally if unemployment is high and people need to access services, they attempt to think of themselves or render themselves disabled, and some of the conditions that they would bring forward, like sort of hypertension. Hypertension does not necessarily make you disabled, of course. It is a chronic condition, but if controlled through diet and exercise, of course, you'll be able to still work, because many people within the open labor market are able to work with such conditions. And I think we've put in a lot of measures in place in terms of quality control around the management of disabilities, but more quality assurance on the technical nature in terms of where doctors have made assessments. We would bring in independent doctors to be able to assess those assessments to ensure that the person who was assessed accordingly is in fact disabled and is in fact eligible for the grant.
There are 3 payment channels that beneficiaries can choose from, namely electronic bank transfer, cash payment at SASSA offices and at various points of sale such as supermarkets. Cash payments at local offices are made during the first half of each month, while electronic payments are available from the first day of each month. Caretakers can collect on behalf of those who are immobile due to chronic illnesses and disability.
Annual disability grant e botlhokwa haholo e tšea role e ngata ka moae ka gore ka letšatši le la disability grant la pay o kgona go fa mosadi card a tsamaya a ya gola entana bo a reketše bana tša go janyana le dimelemele ka moae wa kgona go ba le different e kgolonyana.
The South African Constitution acknowledges the need for protection of and non-discrimination against persons with disabilities. It requires the government to offer assistance in the form of a disability grant. This grant contributes to improving the income security of 2.8 million people living with disabilities in South Africa. With this grant, the government of South Africa is taking an important step to building a national social protection floor in line with the ILO's Recommendation 202 on national floors of social protection. To learn more about the recommendation, as well as social protection in South Africa and other countries at the ILO's Social Protection Platform, visit www.socialprotection.org.